Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to South Dakota and welcome to Monday Night Raw. We have a fantastic night ahead of us. We are going to go ahead and begin with a number one contenders match. This number one contenders match is for AJ Lee's Women's World Championship. She was able to go ahead and defeat Alexa Bliss in order to be able to become a world champion again. AJ Lee returns, wins the number one contenders match, and then she becomes champion. Well, what a heck of a return it has been for AJ Lee, now a four-time world champion. And here tonight, we will be finding out who her first contender to her title will be. It is a fatal four-way, and all four of these superstars are very talented, are very capable of not only becoming the number one contender, and I don't mean to say this in order to belittle AJ Lee in any way, shape, or form, but all four of these contenders also have the capability to be able to beat AJ Lee, to be able to beat whoever and become world championess. First up, already inside of the ring, we have Io Sky, and coming up next, the man Becky Lynch, the Women's Intercontinental Champion, defended her championship this Saturday at Survivor Series. And now, looking to go ahead and become the number one contender. Maybe she can go ahead and become Becky Two Belts once again. But there's only half of the superstars within this match. Io Sky, Becky Lynch, that would already be a heck of a match if it was just a one-on-one for the number one contendership. But AJ Lee decided she wanted to pick four total superstars who she believed deserved to be first. As the man Becky Lynch has been in a bit of controversy with the way that she's been winning her matches, but I guess sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do in order to stay winning, in order to stay champion. As next up, we have This Is My Brutality, Mommy Rhea Ripley. This is gonna be interesting. Rhea Ripley has been trying in any way, shape, or form to be able to go ahead and win another world championship, but she continues to fail time and time again. It is unfortunate because she has the skills, she has the capabilities, but I feel like the fact that she failed a couple of times is adding more pressure to her, which is making her fail more. She's failed against Io Sky. I mean, since before WrestleMania, lost the title to Io. I think they had a rematch. Maybe not. Well, point is, lost the title to Io. WrestleMania. Whenever Bianca Belair was the guest referee, if that even happened, I don't even remember at this point. Point is, Rhea Ripley has tried a lot. Queen of the Ring tournament, lost in the finals, has gotten chances against Alexa Bliss, and it just has not gone her way. So here tonight, if she wins, that would be phenomenal. But I feel like she is getting just so much pressure, and she is putting so much pressure on top of her, that when it comes to these big matches, like number one contenders matches, the actual championship matches, since she wants to win so badly, she ends up just causing a little too much stress upon herself. In the fourth and final contender, kind of a new face here over on Raw. She was a part of a big trade as Drew McIntyre headed to SmackDown. Nia Jax came to Raw, and I believe she's gotten a victory over Io Sky. Rhea Ripley was able to beat her, but then Rhea and Io kind of beat each other, and Io also beat Rhea more recently. So, you know, it's like, this match is really just like rock, paper, scissors, you know? Anyone can beat anyone, and there's certain people which can beat you, and we'll see how it goes. I'm sure AJ Lee is watching very closely in order to, of course, see who her opponents will be for her first title defense. Whether that will be a successful title defense is something else, but nevertheless, This match begins. Becky Lynch, Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, and Nia Jax. Fatal 4-way #1 contenders match where the winner will earn themselves a championship opportunity for the Women's World Championship against AJ Lee. And I was gonna say, I really don't know who the favorite to win is. As I was just speaking about it, this is like rock, paper, scissors, you know? Rock can beat scissors, paper can beat rock, scissors can beat paper. It's like, it really is just going to be about perfect timing, about right place at the right time, because all these superstars definitely deserve it. They can earn it, and it's, again, just really about the right place, right time. So I guess we'll see who is the fortunate one to be able to be in the right spot. As Nia Jax right here looking for the pinfall, quickly broken at the count of 2. Becky Lynch, not sure she was going to be able to oh my days, I'm not sure if she was going to be able to kick out of that, but nevertheless the count has been broken. Of course, Becky Lynch is going to be difficult for her to win this match, as she's just finished up, well, I was going to say a quite brutal match at Survivor Series, but to be honest, it was far from that. But nevertheless, she did just have a match at Survivor Series defending her title. Well, it wasn't, you know, what someone would truly call a tough match or a big challenge. Nevertheless, they could go ahead and impact Becky Lynch physically. So, you know, it's going to be either way a little tricky for Becky Lynch. It's definitely going to add a different aspect to this match, knowing that Becky Lynch has already gone through a match, that being on Saturday. Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, Nia Jax have gotten that little bit of a longer break. So if I did have to go ahead and pick anyone to win the match, it would be between them three. Rhea Ripley, knowing that she can get nervous. Probably not her, so then I slim it down to Nia Jax and Io Sky, and having Io Sky, and Nia Jax, you look at both of them, they've had their moments together. I'm not sure who has had the better record against each other, but my gut tells me Nia Jax. That is what my gut is telling me. So, not that I'm rooting for her, but just taking everything in statistically and trusting my gut as well. I would not be surprised if Nia Jax goes ahead and becomes the #1 contender here tonight, as Rhea Ripley doing some big damage onto all of her opponents, using the candlestick right there onto Becky Lynch. Now she's going to go ahead and look for the pinfall. Look at the speed on Nia Jax, quickly rolling in and breaking up the count. Does not want to allow Rhea Ripley to become the #1 contender, but quickly Io Sky going to go ahead and do some damage onto Nia Jax. As now Rhea Ripley was sent into the turnbuckle. Becky Lynch is laying down. Io Sky is fighting back against Nia Jax, and her hold is Nia Jax now going to be sent straight into the turnbuckle. Missile drop kick from Rhea Ripley onto Becky Lynch. I've been doing a little bit better with talking about everything that's going on inside of the ring. Still missed the most important part at Survivor Series War Games. The pin from Bronson Reed. I was not even looking in that direction, as Rhea Ripley may very well be able to put this match away. Is this going to be enough in order to win the match? Maybe not, as Becky Lynch looks to interrupt. Rhea Ripley was looking for Riptide, and while that distraction saved Nia Jax, she instantly goes to attacking Becky Lynch. Of course, Becky, lots of history. Nia has always claimed that she's made Becky Lynch, that without her there is no Becky Lynch, as Io Sky was looking for the pinfall right there. Rhea Ripley quickly breaking that up, and now Rhea Ripley with Riptide. She's gonna look for the pinfall. Becky Lynch was instantly there, ready to go ahead and break the count, as now Rhea Ripley sent straight to the turnbuckle. And now it is Becky Lynch who is charging up, looking to do some damage onto Io Sky, looking for the armbar submission hold. Is Io Sky going to be able to escape quickly? Does, surprisingly. I thought Becky Lynch was going to be able to hold that a little bit longer, but it is Io Sky who is able to go ahead and break away from that, as now Io Sky able to drop Nia Jax. And now some sort of back and forth action from Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, as Io Sky gonna look for the submission. Can she make Rhea Ripley tap? Well, Becky Lynch stomps onto a referee. Nevertheless, it's still a no disqualification match, but I mean, do you really got to do that, Becky? I'm not sure what she was trying to do there. A referee is down. Whoa, big slam down to Nia Jax. Rhea Ripley's right there, going to instantly break the count. Yes, that's correct. And now Rhea Ripley maybe looking to attack Becky Lynch. Io Sky's out. Nia Jax is out. So is Becky Lynch, but she is still going to be taking some damage right here by Rhea Ripley. Io Sky is up. Rhea doesn't even notice, as now Io Sky going to look for the submission hold once again. Quickly, though, it is Becky Lynch who breaks that submission. Of course, Rhea Ripley taps. She would have gave Io Sky the #1 contendership, so we do not want that. A kick out at one by Becky Lynch, as now Nia was looking for the pinfall. Quickly broken up, and that is the challenging thing about these big matches with lots of superstars. The fact is, you get rid of one person, and then you got a whole other person to worry about. And in this instance, you get rid of one person, you got another 2 people to worry about, plus yourself. It's a bit of a mess. As look at Becky Lynch trying to go ahead and steal the victory. That was very sneaky. Swooped in like nothing. Nia Jax is able to go ahead and hear her, though. As Nia Jax maybe looking to put this match away. Big damage done onto Rhea Ripley. Becky Lynch quickly breaking the count, now continuing the damage onto Rhea Ripley, as now Nia Jax was hit multiple times with a sledgehammer, but Io Sky may be the one who is able to take advantage of this. Now a kick out at 2 by Becky Lynch, as Nia Jax, Rhea Ripley both out on the outside of the floor. We see them slowly but surely getting up, as Io Sky sent straight into the turnbuckle, sledgehammer in hand, and now Rhea Ripley gonna look to attack Becky Lynch, which was distracted and focused onto Nia Jax. Onto Io Sky, as now Nia Jax wants to put an end to this match, wants to put a finish. Io Sky attacking Becky Lynch, as Nia Jax. Oh wait, Io Sky is going to be the one who looks for the pinfall, not allowing Nia Jax to look for the pinfall because she had to be too busy breaking the other pinfall. As now Nia Jax with a big show of strength, looking to throw Rhea Ripley. She definitely made some contact there with the sledgehammer. Io Sky looking to fly, but nobody home, as now Io Sky with a suplex. Becky Lynch making some contact right there with the turnbuckle, as this match just keeps on getting better and better. All women have taken so much damage, but all women continue to do a whole lot of damage. And now what is Becky Lynch shouting to the referee for? The referee, I cannot tell what they're talking about, but the only superstar in the ring right now is Becky Lynch. Not sure what she wants from the referee, but I do see the referee basically telling her no. Not sure if she was like, yeah, just let me get the victory or whatnot. Not sure what that was about, but it is all other 3 superstars outside of the ring, and it is only Becky Lynch inside of the ring. This may be smart from Becky Lynch. This is a whole lot of time to just catch her breath to recover, while the other 3 are still battling it out, still getting hurt and taking damage. Becky Lynch is just able to catch her breath and build up her stamina back up, as Rhea Ripley just getting rid of Nia Jax, but quickly forgot about Io Sky. Io Sky now in the ring, quickly met by a big sledgehammer from Becky Lynch, as now Becky maybe looking to put an end to this match. Is she going to be able to do it? Is this it? Big slam down to become the #1 contender. No, Rhea Ripley. Nia Jax in the ring. Oh, sorry, yeah, it was Nia Jax. I thought I saw Rhea Ripley's shoes there, but maybe not. Nia Jax breaks the count, now being sent over the top ropes. Definitely some frustration building from either superstar who has tried to pin, because they usually end up getting broken, not even kicking out. getting broken out. Becky Lynch looking to get the steal. Io Sky still hasn't got up, and she won't. Becky Lynch has been able to get the 3 counts, and just like that, she is the new #1 contender to the Women's World Championship. The Intercontinental Champion now has an opportunity to become a double champ. We will be hoping to hear from AJ Lee and Becky Lynch as the weeks go on in order to find out when this match will be taking place. But for now, the celebrations begin for Becky Lynch as she is your new #1 contender. Up next, we have Sami Zayn, former world champion. Let's go ahead and hear him out. So Finn Balor, he wants to go ahead and just mess with my matches, cause me to lose in very important matches. Finn Balor, you don't know what it means to be world champion the way that I do. You only held it for a day, and sure, maybe I only held it for about 14, but the point is, this is a new era. You made a mistake. I will be coming after you, and I will ruin your life. And wow, some big words from Sami Zayn right there, as of course Finn Balor cost him his match against the Ring General Gunther. So understandably, Sami Zayn is frustrated, but he is saying, Finn Balor, you don't know about this new era. You held the Universal Championship for 1 day, 1 night. And sure, my title reign may have not been too long either, but the thing is, this is a new era. You don't know nothing about that. You haven't held that title in 10 years. Now Sami Zayn has promised to make his life miserable. Well, I guess we'll see how that whole situation goes, as for now we must keep moving forward. What an incredible opening matches. Again, we were able to go ahead and crown Becky Lynch the new #1 contender to the Women's World Championship. Up next, we have some tag team action. I believe the #1 contenders match is slowly but surely building its way up. The way that the new champions, the Lost Souls, wanted to get this done was just to have a lot of tag team matches. And some of the winners from those tag team matches, depending on who they were, impressed by, would go ahead and take participation within the #1 contendership. So hopefully we can see that soon and see the Lost Souls go ahead and defend their titles. But for now, we just have a regular tag team match. But I would just mention, definitely one of these guys, whoever ends up winning, can go ahead and more likely to not take place in that #1 contenders match, as we have the LWO Joaquin Wild and Cruz del Toro facing off against arguably one of the best, if not the best, tag teams of all time, the New Day. So, yeah, it is going to be difficult for, sorry, I feel bad, but it's going to be difficult for the LWO. You got I think maybe like 10, 11 time tag team champion tag team. You got these guys, the New Day, who have won around 10 tag team championships. Not exact, because I don't remember and I don't feel like checking right now. And then you got the LWO. I don't think they've ever won one. I don't even know if they've ever fought for the title. So it's like the favor is definitely within the New Day, but we have heard about, a lot of underdog stories. We've talked about Rey Mysterio. These guys have been mentored, by Rey Mysterio himself. So I guess they definitely have the capabilities to do it. They know what it is like to be the underdogs, to be maybe not the smaller guys, but definitely the underappreciated, overlooked guys. A lot how like Rey Mysterio was for certain parts of his career. So maybe here tonight they can go ahead and showcase that and shock the world and get a victory over the New Day, as Cruz del Toro wants to look for the quick pinfall. Xavier Woods right there ready to break the count. As here tonight, I'm just receiving some breaking news that this main event is about to be fire. our main event is a number one contenders match for the World Heavyweight Championship. That is right, LA Knight has set up a number one contendership. And in the main event, he has picked two great superstars. Whether these two deserve it or not, that's a different case. But LA Knight has picked both of them to be in a number one contenders match, and the winner, well, they become the number one contender and will get an opportunity to go ahead and face off against LA Knight. I think we'll just wait to see who those superstars are. I definitely would love to go ahead and spoil it, but I think it'll be a lot better if I end up keeping my mouth shut and let you guys enjoy. As Xavier Woods looking for the pinfall right here. A kick out at 1 by Cruz del Toro. As now looking to do some damage onto the left arm of Cruz del Toro, picking him up. And a big right. Ooh, big punch. As now Cruz del Toro trying to charge up a tag. He is able to make that tag. Walking Wild has been tagged in. And man, there's been some talk around town about some of the new signings coming this January, at least to be announced this January. I'm not sure if they'll instantly have matches and whatnot, but one of them has a lot of power. He lives in a house. First name rhymes with Robs. So, if you know, you know. Do with that, with what you will, or whatever they say. That's been the rumor around too. Maybe not so much of a rumor. Maybe it's been confirmed. I guess we'll never know. Maybe we will. Towards January, exciting times is right here. Walking Wild doing some big damage onto Xavier Woods. Folding him like an omelet. Is now tag made to Cruz del Toro. The LWO at the moment doing a very good job of neutralizing the New Day, keeping them far away from their corner. As now Xavier Woods is put into submission, quickly able to escape though. And now some more breaking news. In order to continue to excite you guys apart from that main event, we will be also seeing a new women's tag team in action. We will have the Elegance brand facing off against the Secret Harvest. Let's see, Trick Williams, the new AAA Cruiserweight Champion, looks to go ahead and defend his title here tonight against Dralistico. And we will go ahead and hear from the former WWE Champion, John Cena. That's going to be interesting to go ahead and see what John Cena has to talk about. Xavier Woods, the New Day, may be in trouble as Cruz del Toro wants to go ahead and put this match away. Is he going to be able to kick out of this? Well, it does not matter because Kofi Kingston right there ready to go ahead and break the count before anything too crazy can happen. Now tag made to Kofi Kingston. Very smart for the New Day. Bad for the LWO because they've already done so much damage onto Xavier Woods. And it kind of feels like they got to start back at zero with Kofi Kingston. But the one advantage that they do have is that they have not taken much damage. So both of them are fresh. So, I would say it would have been better to keep Xavier Woods in. But with how both of them are still very fresh, they can definitely go ahead and continue to do some damage onto Kofi Kingston. And it's going to be a lot harder for him to try to rely on his partner. As, look at Xavier Woods throwing a sledgehammer inside of the ring. If Kofi Kingston uses that, he will surely be disqualified. I was about to say something. I completely forgot. Walking Wild definitely making some contact there on his own back onto the metal bat. However, Kofi Kingston was still met with some big damages. Xavier Woods realized him throwing stuff inside of the ring is not going to work. Instead, he looks to go attack Cruz del Toro. And I guess if there is any way, any solution to being able to try to get back into this match is by beating down both. Let Kofi do his thing to Walking Wild. Xavier got to go attack Cruz del Toro, as I was mentioning. Both of them are very fresh. So, you got to make them a little less fresh. You got to beat them up. So, very smart from the New Day. That's showing their experience throughout their long years, over 10 years of being a team, obviously. Previously, it was a trio alongside Big E. Not so much now. But, nevertheless, they have been together for, I'm pretty sure, over 10 years. So, definitely shows the experience and the chemistry that they have together as, Walking Wild able to go ahead and escape. Kofi Kingston right there in a big suplex onto Kofi. Was now looking to use the ropes in order to get up, but instead, Walking Wild back on the attack. As Cruz del Toro has been sent into the ring, he is stunned out. He is beaten up. Very good job from Xavier Woods to do some big damage onto Cruz del Toro, trying to even things out as much as possible. It's right there. Unfortunately, Walking Wild was looking to fly. Not able to make contact, though. This may be allowing Kofi Kingston to be able to get back on the attack. He's fighting, but now Walking Wild instead may be the one to be able to put this match away. Is Kofi Kingston going to be able to kick out? 1, 2, 3. Xavier Woods at the very last second to save the match is right there, ready to break the count. I'm not sure that Kofi Kingston was going to be able to kick out of that. I mean, that's the good thing about tag teams, man. You can go ahead and do exactly that. You have someone to rely on. A very good look for the New Day as Xavier Woods keeping them alive inside of this match. And now, not only keeping them alive, may be able to go ahead and secure the victory. As Xavier Woods looking to charge up and put an end to this match once and for all. Big slam down into the pinfall. 1-0. Cruz del Toro breaking the count. It looked like Kofi was heading over to distract Cruz del Toro in order for Xavier Woods to just get the quick 3 counts, but Cruz del Toro was still able to go ahead and break the counts. Now a huge DDT off of the middle ropes, allowing Walking Wild to be able to get back into this match. And this may be a tricky position for Xavier Woods. He's been put in a submission. I mean, look at his neck. It's being dislocated. He taps. His neck could have been broken right there. And just like that, the LWO are able to go ahead and get the victory. Walking Wild, Cruz del Toro have beaten the New Day. And they surely impressed. The New Day definitely impressed as well. But at the end of the day, it was the LWO who was able to get the victory. And as I previously mentioned, we would be hearing from the former WWE Champion, John Cena, 17-time, the greatest of all time. Is something to say. Let's go ahead and hear him out. At Survivor Series, I lost the WWE Championship. And I'm happy about it. Because now you guys fully know that I'm back to myself. I'm not here to retire with that title. I'm not here to even go ahead and talk about that title, in fact. I am here to talk about the Intercontinental Championship. The one title I haven't been able to win in my career. Penta, I hear you are a fighting champion. So I'm here to kindly ask, without me earning it or deserving it, can I get a title shot? Penta ready to quickly respond. Let's hear him out. Mira, John. Don't say you haven't earned it or deserve it. Man, your whole career, that is enough for me to give you a championship opportunity. So yes, I will be a fighting champion. How about me and you next week here on Monday Night Raw for my Intercontinental Championship, John? Would you be happy with that? What do you say? Penta, thank you. Let's do it. And look at that. We have a spectacular match set out for next week. Penta El Cero Miedo will go ahead and defend his Intercontinental Championship versus John Cena. John Cena is on search to now try to potentially become a Grand Slam champion. Let's see if he's going to be able to do that. Penta's going to be a tricky man to beat. But John Cena, knowing that him becoming Grand Slam champion would mean so much to the fans, he's definitely going to give more than 100% in order to try to become an Intercontinental champion for the very first time. But for now, we move on to some more tag team action, this time in the women's division. As I previously mentioned, we would be seeing the debut of a new tag team hero in the WWE. Here on Monday Night Raw, we have the Elegance brand, formerly part of TNA and their women's tag team division. Multiple time TNA Knockouts tag team champions. Now here in the WWE, looking to go ahead and become women's WWE tag team champions. And that is definitely a possibility. But here tonight, they look to just kind of test out the waters and see the level of skill, the level of talent that WWE and their women's tag team roster hold, as well as to kind of be able to see where they sit. I guess the hierarchy, of course, usually have your closer title contenders like Rocco Rodriguez, Liv Morgan, just to name one team. Then you got your lowers like Katana Chance and what's her name, Kaden Carter, something like that. Maybe then you got the Green Regime, for example, and then so they're really here to just kind of find out their place. Are they below or above the Green Regime? And then eventually that will all be sorted out. As here tonight, it will be Piper Niven, Alba Fire, accompanied by Chelsea Green, facing off against the Elegance brand here on their debut on Monday Night Raw. Very excited to see this. I'm very excited to see the Elegance brand. I've seen very little from them over on NXT. And, well, as the match begins, let's go ahead and talk about that. The one match I believe that I saw them on NXT, they defended their TNA Knockouts Tag Team Championships, lost to the Middle Four, and then they came and joined. So, as far as what I've seen, I haven't seen much except for a loss. Maybe here tonight they can go ahead and give me a different viewpoint and a different side of them, a side that may actually win. Is Chelsea Green already looking to get involved? I mean, that's why she is here, to go ahead and try to give Piper Niven and Alba Fire the advantage. May be able to gain it right there by Alba Fire. Oh my days, is countered. Piper Niven is sent flying, also taking Chelsea Green down with her. So yeah, hopefully here tonight we can see a bit of a different perspective from the Elegance brand and actually see them doing good and potentially winning rather than just losing to the Meta 4. As of course, surely around the corner should be also a women's tag team #1 contenders match. As well, Nikki and Brie Bella are definitely looking to defend their titles for the first time. They could probably instantly defend them against the Judgment Day in the rematch clause, but I don't know if the Judgment Day are necessarily ready as of right now. They took a big ego hit right there. They seem to be focused on Dirty Dom and him going ahead to, well, excuse me, I was distracted here on my phone. On Dirty Dom moving on to the last time is now John Cena Final Opponent Tournament. That's what they seem to go ahead and be focused on. We'll see how that goes, as I believe he's facing off against Randy Orton, if I remember properly. That is, well, it's going to be no easy task for Dirty Dominic Mysterio, but with the help of the Judgment Day, their cheating ways, they can maybe get it done. But what's the Viper, Randy Orton, that is, even with cheating, Oh my days, it is no easy challenge. I am very tired. Excuse me, guys. I'm ready to hit the hay, but I gotta keep uploading all these videos, man, before, like, what is it? March 25th is when the new WWE comes out. Or like the 12th or something. It's like the 12th, 19th, 18th, something like that. Point is, at the time of the recording, I got 25 days. I got about 50 more episodes. So on an average of trying to upload 2 per day. That is going to be very hard because I got work, I got school, I got other stuff to do. But we'll see if we can get through it. If not, well, shucks, whatever. We'll delete some more stuff and whatnot. But yeah, this week we got Halloween Havoc. The Evolve Championship will be defended. NXT Tag Team Championships defended. Both the men and women's NXT Championship defended. The men's North American title defended. It's going to be a great week as we also will continue, as I was previously talking about, the John Cena Final Opponent Tournament. We are moving on to the, what would this be, the quarterfinals. And then we have the semis and finals all in one night. The week after that, we will go ahead and see the final opponent, whoever that may be, against John Cena, where potentially John Cena may go ahead and also make that an Intercontinental Championship match. If John Cena beats Penta, he can put the Intercontinental Championship on the line. And then if somehow John Cena's final opponent beats John Cena, they can say, I was his final opponent, I beat him, I'm Intercontinental Champion. That would be pretty damn nice. But what else is nice is this Elegance brand win over the Green Regime. They are able to go ahead and get the 1, 2, 3. And it is Ash and Heather by Elegance who get a warm welcome to the WWE with a nice victory over the Secret Harvest. Welcome to Monday Night Raw. And welcome to the WWE. As now, I believe it is time for our title match. We got Mr. Trick, Willy, whoop that trick, Lemon Pepper Steppers, AAA Cruiserweight Champion, defending his title against Dralistico, and that is a man who is coming out to the ring right now, the contender, the challenger. Dralistico, of course, the brother of Dragon Lee, has still not really interacted with him here on the channel, so we don't know where they stand with each other, if they like each other or if they don't. Maybe that's on purpose, keeping them far away. Save that for a different time, right? Maybe. As Dralistico here with a big opportunity at becoming the AAA Cruiserweight Champion, this being the first title defense of Trick Williams since becoming champion over at Saturday Night Carnage. Would definitely suck if he goes ahead and instantly loses the title. It wouldn't be so bad, I would say, because of the fact that someone like Dralistico, these guys tied a match once. Trick Williams has a win over him, so if Dralistico were to even things out on the record wise, it wouldn't be like the worst, because both of them are great, but it would look bad for the former champion Laredo Kid and Trick Williams to go ahead and lose their championships like this, in the sense that Laredo Kid loses his title to Trick Williams and Trick Willie loses it first. So then what does that say about Trick Williams, and then what does that say about Laredo Kid? So who needs this victory more? It has to be it has to go ahead and be Trick Williams for sure. I feel like at least 2-3 successful title defenses, and then you could, I'm not saying then you can lose it, but I'm saying like then if you were to lose, it's not like the biggest deal. It's like, all right, he already had his little bit and whatnot. It's it's a little bit more understandable if he were to lose. So if he loses here tonight, it would be a very bad luck. But hey, that's just what could happen. What could also happen is he goes ahead and defeats Dralistico and retains his title, stays champion, and then we'll go on from there. So, yeah, just wanted to point out that I do believe there is more at stake here tonight for Trick Williams, but I guess that's how it always is. Whenever there's a new champion, there's always going to be that risk of what if they lose their title almost instantly, like how Sami Zayn did. I'm trying to think of who else most recently. I can only think of Sami Zayn. Well, nevertheless, I guess that's just what comes out of being champion. You gotta have your first title defense. You gotta have that first one where it's like, oh, what if I lose on my very first title defense? So, nothing that is out of the ordinary for Trick, if I'm being completely honest. But anyhow, enough yapping about that. Dralistico versus Trick Williams for the AAA Cruiserweight Championship. I'm ready and very excited to go ahead and begin this match. Let's go ahead and see how things go here tonight. As the referee now grabs the title, that is what's going to be on the line here tonight. AAA Cruiserweight Championship. I am a big fan of how it looks. I think it is a very nice title. The green is not something you normally see too much. So I definitely really like that. I think it's a very nice title. I think the last time we had a green title belt was the 24/7 championship, and that one was pretty damn ugly. To be able to have a pretty good looking green title belt is very nice. As we go ahead and begin this match, Dralistico getting things started off for us. It is Trick Willie Dralistico battling it out for the AAA Cruiserweight Championship. As now very quickly, Dralistico was looking for the pinfall. Trick Willie able to kick out at one, and now, Trick Willie able to go ahead and counter a big sort of flying clothesline as he jumps and hit Dralistico with a clothesline. Now off the middle ropes with a big punch straight to the face of Dralistico. And now Trick Williams with some big punches, now looking to grasp control and force his way in here. As Trick Williams with a big elbow drop onto Dralistico. Of course, as I previously mentioned, these guys have already had their history together. They had a match against each other where they tied. Then they had their rematch to find a true definitive winner. Trick Williams won that match, and here tonight they go on for the third time. I feel like even if Trick Williams were to win, Dralistico is definitely going to show that he's still near that level sometimes. They just catch you on the off day, and if that happens to happen twice, that's just the way the world works. As this match has now been taken out to the outside, Trick Williams sending Dralistico down the ramp, hitting a little celebration while he's at it. Of course, Dralistico wants to be inside of the ring. He has to beat Trick Williams by pinfall or submission in order to become the champion, not by countout. And Dralistico can go ahead and win the match by countouts, but that doesn't mean he'll earn the championship, as the referee's count now getting to 6, 7. Oh, I did not mean that. It gets to 7. Dralistico gets back inside of the ring. So does Trick Williams. And it sounded like I did that on purpose, but I said 6, and then it quickly changed to 7. So then I said 6, 7, and then, whatever. Dralistico sending Trick Williams flying. As now Dralistico looks to get back on the attack. Nice damage done onto the left arm and left hand of Trick Willie. An elbow dropping out. Trick Williams able to go ahead and counter right here as he looks to climb the top ropes. He's gonna look to fly, and he does with a big splash onto Dralistico, looking for the pinfall. 1, 2, and almost gets the victory, but Dralistico able to kick out at 2.9 as he now rolls outside of the ring, needing some time to just catch his breath and recover. Quickly gets up as Trick Williams just stares him down. Dralistico walking around, just catching his breath. The referee's count gets to 3 now, looking to get inside of the ring. Trick Willie is now quickly met by an attack from Dralistico, who's going to look for the quick roll-up right here. One. A kick out at one by Trick Williams. There's now a big right punch by Trick Williams onto Dralistico, almost knocking him out with one punch. That was quite incredible. And what's more incredible is the fact that this match may be over, as Trick Williams wants to put an end to this in order to go ahead and successfully retain his championship for the very first time. 1, 2, 3. There it is. Trick Williams is still the AAA Cruiserweight Champion. He has joined the main roster, and he has continued his winning ways that he started over on NXT, his championship ways as well. And still the AAA Cruiserweight Champion. Congratulations to Trick Williams. And just like that, it is now time for the main event of the night. As I previously mentioned, this is a number 1 contenders match for the World Heavyweight Championship. LA Knight has picked 2 gentlemen which he believes deserve to battle it out to become the number 1 contender, to then face off against him. And the very first one is Seth frickin' Rollins, the revolutionary, the visionary, the architect is here. He has been long searching for a world championship. His plans have had to change. Before, it was both him and Braun getting world titles, and then, Bronson Reed getting both a US and IC title. Things have changed. Now it seems as though it is just going to be the World Heavyweight Championship for now. In order to make that first step into completing their plan, Seth Rollins must win the match here tonight. On the other hand, with Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, I think they're kind of searching for the tag team titles, but also kind of just being minions, not looking for gold necessarily, and kind of just allowing Seth Rollins to be in control, even though this is about the future, which makes no sense to me, because Seth Rollins, if anything, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed are more of a future. Your time is almost up, sir. But whatever, the revolutionary Seth freaking Rollins is here in this number 1 contenders match. This main event, the fans are singing, whoa. Now I'm excited to go ahead and see who's going to be the opponent of Seth freaking Rollins here tonight. CM Punk. LA Knight has chosen CM Punk, and I see the frustration on the face of Seth Rollins. He's already gotten past Roman Reigns. He got past CM Punk, or so he thought, over at Survivor Series War Games. But LA Knight, tricky LA Knight, I think he, did another little favor for CM Punk by giving him this number 1 contenders match against Seth Rollins. Of course, CM Punk, Roman Reigns won a tag team match against the Brawns in order to each earn themselves a title, or a championship match, against Seth. They both got it, but it looks like through the help of LA Knight, CM Punk has still earned himself his one-on-one match, kind of cheating the system, but it works. 2 times LA Knight has now helped CM Punk, being part of his Survivor Series War Games team, now allowing him to be in this match, and this is going to be a very interesting matchup. CM Punk, Seth Rollins, the main event here tonight. The number 1 contendership to the World Heavyweight Championship on the line. And is CM Punk ready, is he really here to win the match and face off against LA Knight, who seems as though they're like buddies, are kind of working together to take down Seth in the re-evolution? Or CM Punk just simply here to do 2 things: either just make sure Seth Rollins isn't the number 1 contender, or just beat the living crap out of Seth Rollins? I guess we will find out as this main event is ready to commence. Seth Rollins, CM Punk. And I think Seth Rollins anticipated something a little easier, because we don't see any Paul Heyman. We don't see any of the Brawns. Heck, we don't even see Brock Lesnar, who made his shocking return over at Survivor Series War Games. We don't see either of these guys, so I do believe Seth Rollins thought he was going to have it easy. It was going to be someone like Gunther or Sami Zayn, maybe even Finn Balor. But no, it is one of your biggest rival, if not the biggest rival of right now, CM Punk, but quickly with a Phoenix Splash, Seth Rollins looking to put CM Punk away. Kick out at 2 by CM Punk. I guess that is the one good thing. Seth Rollins does not have that numbers advantage. I mean, sure, the Brawns and maybe even Brock could come out here and give a helping hand to Seth, but for the moment they are now in his corner, which means CM Punk, if you're going to do something, you got to do it early before they come out, if they even come out, but nevertheless, better get it done sooner rather than later. As we have some back and forth action right here. What an incredible main event, and what a shock this was. Well, at least for you guys already knew, but I was very kind to keep it a secret. And these guys, look at them just going at it. CM Punk, Seth Rollins, fighting it out for the World Heavyweight Championship, #1 contendership. That was a lot of ship. And CM Punk now charging up. He's looking to do some big damage right here. Oh, looking to put a big knee to the face of Seth. However, Seth Rollins able to move out of the way just in time. And now Seth freaking Rollins. Oh, a little bit of cockiness from him celebrating with the fans. If he puts away CM Punk here tonight, that definitely has to put CM Punk and Roman Reigns in the rear view mirror as Seth Rollins looking for the pinfall. A kick out at 1 by CM Punk. Seth Rollins still trying to fight on, but so is CM Punk, who escapes right here now. Oh, big damage right there. Twisted DDT onto Seth Rollins. Now dragging him away from the ropes. And now gonna look for the submission hold. Is he going to be able to make Seth Rollins tap out CM Punk to win the match? No, Seth Rollins able to go ahead and escape right here as now this match continues. Big boot to the face by Seth Rollins. And now CM Punk slowly getting up, but he is going to be met by Seth Rollins, who was looking to potentially put a finish there, but I think he showed a bit of some hesitation there, which is not something we see too often from Seth Rollins, but he's an architect. If he did it, it was for a reason. CM Punk able to counter right there as now Seth Rollins going to be put onto the floor. Back first to the very slightly padded floor as CM Punk now hopping back inside of the ring. Oh, maybe not. CM Punk maybe looking to fly off of the top rope, but Seth Rollins already out of the way, nowhere to be found. CM Punk, fortunately, does not try to fly, but he does hit a GTS onto Seth Rollins, who may be out. 1, 2, 3. Oh, Seth Rollins able to go ahead and kick out CM Punk, almost able to put away Seth Rollins. But at the very last second, Seth able to kick out to now. CM Punk saw a small glimmer, a small glimpse of being able to win. He wants to do more, but Seth Rollins able to move out of the way right there. And now Seth Rollins knee to the face of CM Punk. Seth Rollins off of the middle ropes. Ooh, look at CM Punk's face has been cracked open. Of course, he took a lot of damage at Survivor Series. He started the match for his team. He took a lot of F50s and suplexes by Brock Lesnar, some spears by Braun Breaker, so he is definitely beat up and beat down. And whoa, things are getting tricky here from CM Punk. I was just mentioning how he's taking all this damage. Well, it looks like he may have to take a little bit more because Seth Rollins wants to do some more damage. Gonna look for the pedigree, and he connects. And now Seth Rollins with a big opportunity. CM Punk able to counter. Knee to the thigh of Seth, trying to give him a dead leg of sorts. As now Seth Rollins is back on defense. He's able to quickly escape the hold of CM Punk. Now grabs CM Punk, sends him straight into the turnbuckle. And Seth Rollins looking to go ahead and look for the finish here. As Seth Rollins charging up for a stomp. Using the ropes as a boost. And a stomp by Seth Rollins to win the match. 1, 2, 3. There it is. Seth Rollins is a new #1 contender to the World Heavyweight Championship. Talking about the World Heavyweight Championship. The champion is here. What a way to end Monday Night Raw. 2 new #1 contenders. Seth Rollins being one of them. And the champion is here. What a way to end it with a nice little face-off. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see where this championship match goes. We'll see you guys tomorrow night.